Hey yo, what's going on, my ASVAB Party People? Anderson here, your ASVAB coach. Have you ever had a question where they not ask you to find the average or find the mean, they give you the average and then you got to work backwards to find the missing number? What? This is a challenge question, so get ready for this. This is a question that could appear on the ASVAB, and if it does, guess what? It's an opportunity to elevate your game and score around 65 plus if you know how to do this one. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into it here. Before we begin, I got to make sure you understand that raising your score, as hard as it might feel like right now, it can be easier. I do have a full program that I'm going to talk about briefly here, 10 seconds. It gives you all of my classes, all the support that you need with recordings, practice to build your confidence, and being able to text me whenever you need help. So that's like the really condensed version of it, and that's how my students raise their scores and get the jobs that they want. So if you want to learn more about that, there's my phone number right there. Feel free to text me or find the link in the description of this video or somewhere over here and click and watch the video on how it works. Again, I'm here to help you succeed. I want to see you succeed. So let's go ahead and raise that score. Well, let's get started. So here we go. The question here is, what is the missing number? Okay, what's the missing number? Let's think about this. So we're being asked what's the missing number, and obviously we see that we have a list of numbers here. We've got 22, 2, 5, x, and 9. So there's our missing number right there. But unfortunately, x is not one of the answer choices. So we can't just say, oh yeah, there it is. So all jokes aside, let's break this down. There's a really easy way to do this. There really is. But if you can get this done, and I'm going to show you both ways to do this, if you understand both ways, you're in a really good spot. All right, so let's go ahead and get through this. And honestly, I want you to comment on this video and let me know what you think once we're done. So here we go. We need to find x. It's in a list of numbers, and we're told that the mean here, which is the same thing as saying average, I'm going to write that right here, mean, which is the same thing as saying average, is 10. All right, so ask yourselves, what is average? What is mean? Because if you know what mean or average actually is, then you're in a really good spot to grow. Seriously. So let's understand this. Average, what does it mean to have an average of 10? Well, think about it like this. You ever find a little balance scale? You ever seen those before? Where if you add too much weight on one side, it tips over, too much weight on the other side, it tips over? That's exactly what average is. It's basically like a center of gravity of numbers. So let me explain. I have an average of 10. So I'm going to write 10 right here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to list all of these numbers and I'm going to order them on the left side or the right side of 10. Watch this. Like, this is actually super cool the way that this works. So here, I'm going to have 2 and 5 and 9. They're going to be on the left side, right? They're going to be on the left. We have 2, 5, and 9. On the right side, we're clearly going to have that 22. That 22 is on the right side of 10, right? So we want to know what that missing number is. Remember, mean or average, think about it like this. It's the center of gravity. It's the balance point of all of the numbers. Look at how easy this can be. Look at this. Ask yourself, hey, how far is 2 away from 10? That's 8, right? That's going to be 8. How far is 5 from 10? That's 5. How far is 9 from 10? That's 1. Okay. So add these all up, and we see that the weight on this side, the weight of these numbers is 8 plus 5 plus 1, and that adds up to 14. That adds up to 14. Let's take a look at 10 to 22. How far is 22 from 10? That is 12. So if you take a look here, is this balanced right now? No, it's not. It is not balanced. You notice here that we have 14 on the left side and 12 on the right side. If we want this to be balanced, we need an extra 2 here, right? Because 2 plus 12, that's going to give us that 14 to match that weight. Again, it's all about balance here. How far apart are they? And so guess what? If we just need an extra 2 here, that means, well, take the balance point. 10 plus 2, that's 12. So if we had a 12 right here, that would be, again, 2 away from 10, which means that we would have our 14. And so that's why the answer is C. right there. That's an easy way to think about it. Again, mean or average is the balance point of all the numbers. So if you wanted to do it that way, you could. There's a more formal way to go about it using the formula for mean that honestly is also straightforward, but I know not everybody understands or appreciates or likes to use equations and formulas. So I'm going to show you how to do it that way as well, because again, I want you to understand how this works fully. And I got plenty of problems on this in the program, so again, check that thing out. So here we go. Let me show you the better way to do this. This is the more formal way, because if they give you, let's go ahead and say, not just 5 numbers, what if they gave you 50 numbers? Now you're going to want to know how to do this in the other way. And to check your work, as always, find the mean. If we get the answer of 12, plug 12 in right here, calculate the mean, and you'll see that you get 10, just to confirm your answer. But here's the other way to do it. I got you guys. I got you. Here's the other way. The formula for the mean is this. Basically, add up all the numbers and then divide by the number of numbers, and that's going to equal your mean. So if you wanted to do this formally, here's how you would do it. You're going to go ahead for the total here. You're going to add all of these up. So let's go ahead and do that there. You'll have 22 plus 2 plus 5 plus x plus 9. Then you're going to divide that by the number of numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, you are going to count x. You don't know what it is yet, but it does count. So you have 5 numbers here divided by 5. And when you add all of that up, you're supposed to get your mean. They give you the mean right there. That is 10. So here is a plug and play right there. And now all you're going to do is solve this equation. That's how you can do it. Let's go ahead and check this out here. So we're going to have all of that. And what the first thing we're going to do is combine those like terms. 22 plus 2 plus 5 plus 9. 22 plus 2 is 24. 24 plus 5 is 29. 29 plus 9 is 38. So we have 38 here. We have 38 plus x over 5 equals 10. What we're going to do next is we're going to multiply both sides by 5 to get rid of that in the denominator. So I'm going to multiply by 5, multiply by 5. So that's going to cancel out on the left side exactly like we wanted it to. And now we're going to have 10 times 5, which is 50. Let's go ahead and rewrite this over here. 38 plus x equals 50. And now the last step we need to take is subtract 38 on both sides. Because once we do that, we have found what x is. And look at that. Well, so there's 2 ways we can do it. 2 ways we can do it. And I wanted to show you both ways. So rewind this video so that way you can see exactly how. And at the same time, if you wanted to check your work again, so the answer here is 12. To check your work again, you can absolutely go ahead and plug these numbers in for x and calculate the mean to be sure. So if you add all these up, with 12 being right there, notice that 22 plus 2 plus 5 plus 12 plus 9, that equals 50. Don't trust me? Add it up. And then 50 divided by 5 numbers does give you that mean of 10. So I know that was a lot. I absolutely know that was a lot, but this is a challenge question. And that's why I needed to show you both ways. If you understand both ways, then you're in a very, very, very good spot, because this is perfectly the type of question that you might see on the harder end of the ASVAB. So with that said, my party people, keep up the great work. Let me know if you have any questions. Comment your favorite part of this video if you got it down. And then, as always, check out the program. That way you can keep raising your score and get that job you want. Anderson here. That's the ASVAB.